Hello everyone, this is Ankit Katiyar from Civil Engineering Department, PSIT College of Engineering. Today we are going to discuss a ILD diagram for 3-inch parabolic arches. Today we are going to discuss a ILD diagram for 3-inch parabolic arches. This is the topic for today. As you can see here, a 3-inch arch is given to us. A 3-inch arch is given to us. A load is working W from a point A, from a point capital A, and the distance is small a, and there is another section here where you have to draw ILD for vertical reaction, VB horizontal reaction or horizontal thrust, or bending moment at X point, and shear force at X. These are the ILDs we are going to draw in this topic. For drawing the shear force and vertical reaction, you have to what we are going to do here, we are going to do first we find reactions which is vertical and horizontal, as always we do. First we have to find the reactions VA and VB. How can you calculate that? You can see here in the diagram, as you can see here in the diagram, when you take a movement around A, you can take a movement around A or you can take a movement around B. While you can take a movement around B, you will get a value of VA. While or when you can take a movement around A, you will get a value of VB. By taking this moment, we will get a value. By taking this moment, we will get a value of WL minus A upon L. VB is equal to WA upon L. How these value come? You can take the moment. I will show you to find how to calculate a VA. You can easily find VB like that. Take a moment around B. When you take a moment around B, you can see the span length is L, that is VA into L, horizontal thrust H into 0, because the load is passing through the point of origin where we are going to take a moment. Next, we have a load W at a distance A from the point capital A. Now, what is the distance? This will your L minus A. You can take a moment. When you taking a moment, I will write you this equation here, VA into L minus H into 0 and W into L minus A. And for the sign convention, you can see here, this is your clockwise direction and this is your anti-clockwise direction. The two direction, the clockwise will take positive, anti-clockwise will take negative, and here is the value is 0. Simply you can find the VA value W L minus A upon L. This is your VA value. Similarly, you can find a VB also. A value is come here, WA upon L. So, you can see here these are the value WA upon L and VA is equal to L minus A upon L. Now, you have to take a moment. This mu x nothing else. This is the moment at the section X. at the section x, the moment is mu x. We are supposing here. Now, how you take a moment around x, you can see that the value of moment at x, what is the value? Vb into L minus x. This is your section and this value is x, its span length is L minus x. From this point to this point, this value is L minus x. When you take a moment around this section, you can see this value is going anti-clockwise direction, but the section is right side of the the moment we are going to take is the right side of the span. The moment is right side of the span. Because of that reason, we are going to take a moment as positive here. As you can see here, we know the value of Vb. Just put the value here. This value is for when your A is smaller than x. What does that mean? Your A is smaller than x, that means your load is working here, which is shorter than the span. If your span length is x and load, for example, this is your 10 meter. At 10 meter, you have to find the you have to calculate a moment, but your load length is 3 meter. Load is 3 meter. Your load is working here. Because of this, we are going to take a moment around this section. If your load is working at a point, if this is a 10 meter and your load, for example, the span length is 20 meter and your load is working on 15 meter, the 15 meter will be around like that here. The value is W is here. Now, A value is your this value. This is your A value. This is now load your now your load is here and this length is, now this is your length A, which is 15 meter, and this is your x equal to 10 meter. So, A is greater than x here. If A is greater than x, how can you calculate a moment? You can see that mu x equal to Va into x. Now your load is on right side of the span. Because of that reason, you are going to take a moment from A point. When your load was on left side of the section, you are taking the value from point B. Now you are taking a value from point A. As you can see here, the mu x value when A is greater than x, this is your value. Now, how to calculate as shear? This is value for shear. Actually we can divide these into, this is for your reactions, this is for your movement, and this is for your shear. This value is number 1, this is 2, and this is your third value. Now, we are going to solve for this, for shear. This is values for your shear. How can you calculate? Same procedure for two values when A is less than x and for A is greater than x. We have to take a shear. How we calculate that? We are taking two cases, when A is greater than x and A is less than x. When your load is here and when your load is here. Okay, this is A equal to 3 meter for example, and this value is working on A equal to 15 meter. When your load is here, we were taking moment around we were taking moment from B, and when your load was here, we were taking movement from A. Similarly, same way we are going to follow, same procedure we are going to follow here. You can see that in the equation, when A is less than x, Vx equal to minus Vb. A is less than x, telling us Vx equal to minus Vb. You can see that load is your here. When load is your here, load is working on here. In the last session, I told you for shear, this is your positive and this will your negative. Okay. Now your load is working here and A is less than x. If A is less than x, so you can take a right side of the section. When you taking a right side of the section, load is going downward or upward. Load is going upward. If load is going upward, then we will take a minus sign. Okay. Now, when your load working is greater than where the section, the distance of load is working. If load is 15 meter like that, load is working here at a distance of 15 meter from point A. So we can see here the load is now here. We can take a VA value. VA value, that means the equation will become VA equal to plus Vx equal to plus VA, because we are going to take a left side of the section. In the left side of the section, force is going upward or downward. Force is going upward. Because of this reason, we are going to take a positive sign. So you can see here, this is the Vx equal to positive of VA. We know the value of VA, we know the value of VB, just simple put, and you can get a equation in the form of A and L. You will get a equation in the form of A and L. Now we have to calculate horizontal thrust. We know the value of VA now. Right now we know the value VB, moment also, and shear. We know all these values, but we have to calculate now for horizontal thrust, because we have to draw for, we are going to drawing a ILD diagram for horizontal thrust also. How can you calculate that? You can see here, as always we for hinges moment is 0, and for horizontal thrust we always taking a moment about the hinges. If we taking a moment around hinges, then moment will be 0 at the hinge. By taking moment around hinges, you can get a equation VB into L by 2 minus H into YC is equal to 0. We know the value of VB here. After putting these values, you can easily find a value of horizontal thrust in form of central rise and L and distance of load where it is working. So this was your ILD diagram for vertical reaction. For vertical reaction at point B, shear force working on x axis or x section of x. Here this is your section XX. This was your points, 3-inch point. So this was your this ILD for your shear, and this ILD influence, IL is nothing as a influence line, nothing else. This is your influence line. Now IL for mu x, this is for movement, and this is for your horizontal thrust. You can see here the ordinate as we discussed in last slides. The for a simply supported beam, if we have a simply supported beam and you have to draw a VA VB and reactions force this, so for example, this is your simply supported beam having a vertical reactions. If we have to draw ILD, then equation and ILD shape was like that, and at point C or point XX, this is your section, just working at a distance x. What will be the shear here? What will be the shear here? This was your shear, and movement was like that. Okay, the same diagram you can see here, what we drawn in simply supported beam. So you can conclude that the shape of the, if you have a determinate beam, this is also a determinate beam, and 3-hinge parabolic arch is also a determinate beam. So you can conclude that for a determinate beam, the ILD is always same for the reaction or for a bending moment. So you can see here the ordinate is L minus x upon L. This ordinate is x by L, and this ordinate in the positive side is L minus x upon L, in the negative side x by L. And for maximum bending moment, ordinate will be x L minus x upon L. What is this value? This is your horizontal thrust. The difference is for horizontal thrust, because when we taking a simply supported, for example, this is your simply supported beam, there is 2 reactions, there is only 1 reaction. So you can see here there is only one horizontal force which will be equal to 0. Because of that reason, in the simply supported beam and in the simply supported 3-hinged arch, one more ILD came here, which is for horizontal thrust. Okay. Now, what is the net bending moment? Net bending moment, as you can see here, this equation is mx equal to mu x minus hy. If you neglect this value, you just put hy equal to 0, then mx will be equal to mu x. But we have a arch, if we have a arch like that, we have a 3-hinge arch, and the horizontal thrust is working on it, then for example this is your section XX where maximum moment will occur, but in case of horizontal thrust, the horizontal thrust will move this section, the section will, your section will transfer on little bit this side. If your section will little bit your section transferred from here to here, then the force what force is working on this arch in form of Hy. The form of force will be H into Y. Because of this reason, we are taking net bending moment mx equal to mu x minus Hy. You can also read that mu x is the so called a bending moment. As we know, mu x equal to mx. This would be considerably mitigated by the arch action. At any x, the bending moment is mx equal to mu x minus Hy. Okay. Now you know the value of mu x, you know the horizontal thrust. Just put the value in this equation and you will get a final equation for when your load is when your load is here. This is your A load and this is your section XX working at a distance. Okay. First case was when A is less than x and second case is when A is greater than x. Now when we taking a is less than x, then we have to consider the right side of the section. When we taking a is greater than x, we will take a left side of the section. Because of that reason, we have two values of moments. We have two values of moments for the right side of the section and for the left side of the section. Now you can see here the moment diagram for the mu x and Hy, two different diagram. You can see that the for mu x ILD will be like that and the maximum ordinate will be for moment. The maximum ordinate for moment was L minus x upon L. Okay. And maximum ordinate for the horizontal thrust was Ly upon 4yc, this value. Okay. So this was your ILD diagram for mu x and this was for your ILD diagram for Hy, and this was your overlapping here. This is your overlapped area for influence line diagram. So we are going to discuss some more ILD diagrams for radial shear and normal thrust. How can we calculate and how can we draw that? You can see here if a free body diagram of enlarged view of curved beam. What is this? You can see that there is an enlarged view of beam having a axis. This is your axis of the beam. Just take a tangent. This is the tangent. For example, this is your tangent of the axis. Take a perpendicular of this tangent. draw perpendicular on this tangent, you will get a radial shear, and at this tangent you will get a normal thrust. Okay. On resolving these forces, here is the horizontal and here is your vertical. On resolving this, I can draw, this is your Rx, this is your Nx, and your normal reaction or vertical reaction is working like that. Here Vx, and this is your horizontal thrust, and the angle which is working is horizontal plane, this horizontal plane, you can see that this horizontal plane to the tangent. So, this angle will be theta, this angle will be theta, this theta and this theta will be equal. Okay. This was your angle theta. On resolving this, you will get a Rx and Nx, because this is a horizontal and this is your vertical. You will get here on resolution Vx sin theta or comma Vx cos theta. Second, on resolving this, you will get a value of minus h sin theta and h cos theta. And by adding up forces, sigma horizontal forces and vertical forces, you will get a equation like this form. You will get a equation like this form for hx cos theta plus vx sin theta for normal thrust, and for radial thrust vs cos theta minus h sin theta. Okay. We discussed earlier this equation, that was nothing else, the slope for 3-inch arch. This was your 4yc upon L square. The original equation I am writing here, this was your original equation, and this is derived equation by taking a differentiation. So, this was your influence line diagram for radial shear and horizontal normal thrust. Normal thrust and radial thrust. The first we can see that this is for your normal thrust, and second is for radial thrust. As you can see here, for a radial thrust, there is two types of diagram here, one for movement, one for shear. So, you can say that this is the combination of your shear plus movement, and this will be your overlapped area. And normal thrust, for normal thrust, the influence line will become like that. The question here, the question given to us is influence line diagram is helpful. The question given to us is influence line diagram is helpful, if yes, then why? You just think, and you can give me an answer on my email ID. ankitkTR6@gmail.com. So this is all about the influence line diagram. In the last session we discussed 3-inch circular arcs, 3-inch parabolic arcs, and in this session we discuss a influence line diagram for the 3-inch parabolic arches. So this is all about the arches. Thank you for listening.